Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Tuesday, the 17th of September, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, we have an update on recent CPL matches, and in our feature for this evening, Nivision's feature at CPL. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
As a fisherman, I use the marine resource wisely so I can conserve our biodiversity. So I can fish for life. It's all about balance.
I preserve biodiversity by the way that I farm. It takes care of my family. It's all about balance.
I have enjoyed these seas all my life. I do my best to conserve our biodiversity because I want my children and my grandchildren to enjoy them as much as I do. It's all about balance.
I'm a park ranger, and my job is to properly manage our protected areas and conserve our biodiversity. It's all about balance.
Youth, let's play a part in conserving our biodiversity and maintaining our natural resources. It's all about balance.
For life, for livelihood, for the future of St. Kitts and Nevis, let's all conserve our biodiversity and use our natural resources wisely. It's all about balance.
Well, I'm back, and we start with cricket. Having comfortably won the one-day series versus the Windies women, Australia women have proceeded to take the first two T20 matches just as easily, hardly breaking a sweat. They won the first match of the three-match series by 6 wickets at the Kensington Oval in Barbados. Windies women 106 for 8 from 20 overs. Stephanie Taylor 44. Australia women 108 for 4 from 18.4 overs. Australia women won by 6 wickets. Monday the 16th September. In the second T20 match at Kensington Oval in Barbados, Australia women 98 for 1, Healy 58 not out, beat West Indies 97 for 9, Cooper 39, Jonathan 2 for 19, and Australia women winning by 9 wickets. The final match is set to be played on Wednesday, 18 September at the Kensington Oval. We also have an update on recent matches in the exciting CPL series. St. Lucia Zouks 171 for 5, Cornwall 75, Fletcher 47, Thomas Free for 26, beat Jamaica Talawas 170 for 5, Phillips 58, Powell 44, Foward 2 for 28, McCoy 2 for 32, and winning thereby 5 wickets. Trinbago Knight Riders 267 for 2, Monroe 96 not out, Simmons 86, Pollard 45 not out, beat Jamaica Talawas 226 for 5, Phillips 62, Hasnain 2 for 51, and Trinbago Knight Riders winning by 41 runs and creating a brand new record, highest CPL score. Then in match 3, SKN Patriots 121 all out in 21 overs, Laurie Evans 34, Shamar Brooks 26, Ahmad 3 for 28, Tahir 2 for 17, Paul 2 for 24, Green 2 for 28. Guyana Amazon Warriors 122 for 3 from 15.5, Brandon King 49, Shoaib Malik 24 not out. Guyana Amazon Warriors won by 7 wickets. In match 4, Jamaica Talawas 145 for 6, Walton 51 not out, Holder 2 for 21, Walsh 2 for 32, beat Barbados Tridents 140 for 9, Nurse 37, Domini 31, Zahir 3 for 20, Worker 2 for 16, Lewis 2 for 23, and so they won by 4 wickets. In match 5, St. Kitts Nevis Patriots 143 for 4, Lewis 65, fired 1 for 11, beat St. Lucia Zouks 138 for 9, the Granham 30, Jordan 4 for 33, Mayer got 2 for 13, and so Patriots winning by 6 wickets. Tonight's game, Tuesday 17 September, SKN Patriots comes up against Trinbago Knight Riders at 6 p.m. That should be a wonderful game. We go to break, and when I come back, we'll have our feature for this evening.
Taxes are the lifeblood of a nation. Feel good about what your tax dollars do in Nevis. As a responsible citizen, your tax dollars protect our environment. Pay your taxes on time. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis.
Be a responsible citizen.
Well, I'm back, and tonight, this item in general sports. As the Caribbean Premier League CPL's cricket action continues at Warner Park, hundreds of citizens and residents from Nevis have committed to going over to St. Kitts via the many boats that have made themselves available for the late afternoons through to early morning return trips. The captains and crews of the several boats that are available also need special commendation, as they have worked tirelessly in their endeavours to get the many cricket fans to and from the games. The busiest night so far was the night of Saturday, 14 September, when the Guyana Amazon Warriors engaged the SKN Patriots. On that evening, the trips to and from St. Kitts were all sold out, and the boats just touched in briefly at the relevant ports to return constantly for more people. On this occasion, the Guyanese Nivision population was also out in full force. It is understood that some of the boats made their final return trips sometime around 3 a.m. the following morning. Small wonder some Nivisians were fortunate enough to get into the spotlight on the roving CPL cameras. Two such persons were Michael Wise Herbert, whose interaction with the CPL reporter has created much chatter on the local scene, and Bernard Quarter Liebert, whose drinking of the featured Angostura drink, lemon, lime, and bitters, won him not only TV notoriety, but also a check for US $200. So thrilled was he that he leaped over the restriction barriers and had to be chased off the field by the security personnel, much to the amusement of the huge crowd. The videos with both men have since gone viral. Well, we caught up with both men recently. Let's hear their story. Well, we know that CPL is the in thing right now, and a couple of our guys from Nevis would have been seen on television all over the world. One of them is this man, Michael Wise Herbert. Wise, you were there, the CPL crew came along, and people have all kind of different versions. What really happened?
What happened, Curtis, that we was in the crowd. I was there lining with a few guys, and people was taking the opportunity to either to be seen on TV or being interviewed. I just happened to be in the crowd, and there was a lot of people was talking to this
The reporter?
A reporter or a journalist. But what have happened is that I took the opportunity to try to get on camera because the person asked me something. They just kind of saw me and like interviewed me, asked me a few words, where I'm from and what team I'm supporting and so on. So I just took the opportunity. She asked me a few questions. And then very close to me was one of my crew, one of the guys that been to St. Kitts with me, Teeny, and there was a catch coming. And because we were there waiting for the catch all the time, a catch was very close, so I just kind of slipped away from the mic to try to take the catch, but the catch caught Teeny on his hand. And then because it got up in all the excitement, we all have had a few drinks and so on and so forth. I just happened to say, man, I'm not yet finished, so I just kind of went back to try to talk. But at the same time, you know, there was other people wanted to be interviewed. Okay. So it's not the case of the lady kind of pulling the mic. It's just that because of I wasn't concentrating. I was just concentrating on the catch and getting back, saying a few words, and so. It's ended up to be a kind of a comedy that people talk about. But Curtis it is not only that. There was other instance with a person who was also in the crew who actually went on the field, and I just happened to, because of seeing and alerted by the security, when city security grabbed him to take him off, I happened to be right by the we call it bungee line, and to kind of lift him over. Okay. So people saw that as well, but I guess maybe people just concentrating on the other one. On the other one. So, but for me, it's fun. People see it as different thing, but I personally just see it.
It's not a big deal.
As fun. It's not a big deal for me. So people talk about it, and a lot of people had different version of it, but I'm not really amused because, I mean, it's part of fun for me.
And apart from that, the fact is, you're on TV, and only stars go on TV.
Well, you know,
don't worry about that.
Only stars go on TV, but I mean, as I said, that I kind of try to use the opportunity to kind of make my presence be known
Okay.
in terms of we coming to support the
Patriots.
Patriot. But I've done, I mean, years before, I've done, the Sanford crew came from Bermuda to the island just to interview me alone.
But look, let me tell you
So-
something, right?
So,
Forget Stanford, forget CPL. You have made the biggest move to be on NTV. So,
Yeah.
So all the rest are just secondary, okay?
yeah,
So you don't have
me,
to worry
for
about
me,
that.
for me, I don't have
Exactly.
to worry about that.
All right. Well, thanks for speaking to us on that point, okay?
Yeah.
All right. We are talking about CPL, and we are talking about CPL heroes. One of them is Bernard Liebert, the man we know as Quarter. Quarter, tell us about this big check. Bernard Liebert, the US $200. How did this come about?
Well, this came about while I was at the game. I happened to be drinking this drink.
Lemon,
Lemon,
lime,
lime, and bitters.
and bitters.
Yes. I just had a sample and I wanted another one. And so I went back and I asked for another one. The lady said to me, they're finished, so I have to go and buy one. So I went and I bought one, not knowing that she was keeping her eyes on me. So when I get back to where I was, when I was pointing into my glass, I heard, hold on, let me take your picture. So I look, it was her.
That was the
lady.
The lady for CPL with the
Yes.
mic and the camera.
So then, she said, you could win some money. I said, okay. But then after that, she just took my ID. Took my ID, asked me for my name, and she said, you're a big winner.
Easy like that.
Easy like that, just for drinking lemon, lime, and bitters. Just like that,
And so they gave you this big check for $200 US. Wow.
Just like that.
And then I understand that Bernard Liebert Quarter got so carried away that he almost got locked up.
No, he wasn't carried away. He wasn't carried away. He was at the end of the game.
Oh, okay.
At the end of the game, we just pulled off a historic win. Right. So I was celebrating. Plus, I had just won this.
Okay.
So it was all in the spirit of the game.
So what you did? You jumped over the barriers.
I just jumped over the barriers and just took a little short lap around.
Knowing that the camera was on you.
Knowing the camera was on me, I was celebrating.
And knowing that the security guys were running after you.
Yeah, no, I didn't give him any trouble. I was just celebrating. It was all about, all in the spirit of the
All
game.
in the spirit of the game.
Yeah, I just won this, and my team
just
pulled off a historic win.
Okay.
So that's why it was.
So you're enjoying CPL?
I'm enjoying CPL to the max.
Have you gone back to any other games?
Yes. I only didn't go to the Zooks game.
Okay.
But I predicted a win anyway.
But I could imagine it's only one drink you're drinking.
No. Actually, I was chasing with this one. So I wanted more, so you understand. But
okay.
Maybe it's not for me to win again, it's for somebody else.
Yeah, well congratulations.
Well, thanks a lot.
Spend it well. Spend it wisely.
Yes, sir. I'll be there tomorrow night.
All right. All the best, Sam.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
All right. Well, I'm sure you enjoyed that. That's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.